Okay, I guess we can start the session. So I hope you all have tried the editor part on the portal. So anyone have any question regarding the OP online corporate exam about the editor thing or any question? Yes, anyone?
Yes, sir. Without the editor, it will be very difficult to you know, create the statement, SQL statement. Because
Without editor?
without this PG admin, just only in text editor, it will be very difficult now. We can make even simple typo mistakes as well.
No, typo mistake, it will be like if there is any error, it will be shown in the editor. But looking at the schema, you should be able to formulate the query.
Okay. And sir, on the Mac, which text editor I should use? Which one is allowed
On the
on the Mac OS?
no. In the portal only there will be text editor. You don't need to use any editor part in any editor.
Okay, okay.
Did you check the practice question that we have released? Editor is there in that question.
Yesterday mock test.
Practice question on portal. We have released two practice question based on SQL. So that question has editor.
I think I haven't tested that, but yeah, I did attended the mock test yesterday, and there was no text editor in that.
No, mock test was similar to system complete test, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, just 1 minute. I will present my screen. I will show you. Okay, are you able to see my screen?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So you can see SQL query practice assignment. You can scroll down that. Here we have two questions: SQL OP practice question 1 and SQL OP practice question 2. Right. So this will be the question. Like there will be first instruction, then the problem statement, and the database schema. Right. And here you have to type the query. And first you have to select the zip here, and then you will be able to type it here. Okay. So this is a question. Like write an SQL to find out the manager's date of birth of the team for which looks place. So what we have to find out? Date of the manager, right? Date of birth of manager. So date of birth is from the manager's table, and the player name is Shok, right? So we need to find out managers of the team for which Shok plays. So yes, anyone can tell me what is the query for that by looking at the schema.
Can you repeat the question?
Yes, this is the
What is the query? Yeah.
Write an SQL statement to find out the manager's date of birth of team for the show place. Yeah. So this is manager's table here. This player's table. We have to find out date of birth of manager of a team for which show place. Yes, anyone can tell me.
Sir, we can say select date of DOB from
select DOB from managers. Right?
Yeah.
Then
Uh,
now the slope is in players table, right? Name.
Yes.
Yeah. And he plays for some team, and the manager of that team, we have to find date of birth of that manager. So how to formulate?
So select DOB from manager M, inner join manager, join players B on team ID.
Yeah, so M dot team underscore ID equals to B
dot team ID.
Team underscore ID. Yeah, then
where
where
can you scroll up to see the team team name is Slope.
No, for the team for which
Slope is okay.
Yeah, player name. Yeah.
Okay, player name. Okay.
E dot name equal to Slope.
Yes. And it should be M dot DOB. Or will it?
M dot DOB. Now, once you write the query, you can do a test run. Here you can see test runs for 100 by 100. Means your query is correct, and here you can see the output also. This is the date of birth of the manager. Okay. Once you click on the testing, then you have to click on submit. That's it. So that's how the portal will look like. Means on the left hand side, you can see SQL Q1, SQL Q2, SQL Q3 till SQL Q7. Then there will be one programming question. So first three question will be of easy level, each having 2 marks. Then next three question will be of medium level, each having 3 marks. One difficult level SQL based question, which is having 5 marks, and then one more question based on Python Postgres, that is having the 5 marks. So total 25 marks paper. Same thing we have to do for all the questions. Yeah.
I have a question on this.
Yes.
If we take the LIS data set, in that in the members table, there is one thing called member type, so which goes for UG, PG, and RS. So in the document that was given in the first part, it was specified that there will be UG, PG, and RS. But looking at the schema, we won't be able to tell like where. I mean, like we can tell it from the size given, but how exactly will we know under which RS comes?
Yeah, so wherever it is required, like one of the question is like it has in the gender. So we are specified you can use either M or F for male and female, like this. So whenever it is required, we are specifying the question. Like you can select the type member type for UG only. So in the question we will we have specified that. Yeah, we specify that. But I think you have done the enough practice on this 3 data sets, so you should be familiar with it. Like the male only earlier we have seen that. You can go through the description once. Okay, we already shared the description also.
So do we need to remember the connection string values?
Which value? Sorry.
Like for Python connectivity, like PGS, for Python questions, do we need to remember that
no.
connection strings, what values we have?
From this, like from node to this will be mentioned here. Yeah.
Okay.
This will be there in the question, and database schema will be also there. Okay. Here you can see OP practice question, which is same as graded 2. You can try it out, zip, and then you can write the code here and do the test run. Yeah.
We don't have to set up the connectors and all, right? That will already be done for us.
Connectors means like you have to import
the name of the database, the password, the user.
Yeah, you don't need to set. You simply need to use this connect this string. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Okay.
That's it.
So connection string will be provided, right?
Yeah, this will be provided from this to this.
No, it will be coded in. Do we need to only execute the SQL part, or we have to hard code it?
No. You have to write the whole program.
Okay.
Yeah. In the connection, you have to specify this. Yeah. So that's it. Any question? Any further question? Those who have not tried this editor, please try it out. It will be beneficial. Okay, so this is the second SQL practice session. So in the first session, we have discussed the basic thing about SQL. We start from the basic, and then we have taken few questions from the 30 questions that we have released. And today we are going to take the remaining question. So yes. So Anjana, shall we start?
Yeah.
Yes, will you also take week 7 questions from the week 7?
Sorry, week
7 question, programming question.
Week 7 programming question. No, we have not planned that, but if you have any doubt, you can ask.
No doubt. Like just asking for the practice part.
Practice type. Sorry.
I'm just asking whether you will provide any questions for practice for week 7.
No, see, we already said that the question will be similar to the graded assignment question. Same thing, only the scenario will change. You need to change the SQL query, and accordingly you need to write the program.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yes, Sanjana, yeah, you can continue.
Okay. So my screen is visible, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So good evening, everyone. Happy Holi to all. So we will be like as sir have mentioned, we'll be like practicing the remaining questions from the SQL practice questions which were provided to you. So I'll request all of you to go through the. Okay, I'll just share the link.
Yeah, so please join from your student email ID only, okay?
So I'll share the link in the chat box. I'll also share the code. So we request all of you to join the session. We'll wait for a few seconds for all of you to join. Okay, so the remaining who have not joined, we request you to join the session. Right, then we'll just start. Just a second. Yeah. So the first question is like the 12th number question was basically find details of those instructors of the accounting department who have more salary than at least one instructor of the psychology department. So we'll wait for some time for all of you to respond. Okay, so only 9 responses. Okay, you can go through the responses now. So let's try it on PG admin. Yeah. So my screen is visible, right? The PG admin screen is visible.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So the question we are asked to find out is find details of those instructors of the accounting department, right? So let us at first check the instructors table. Instructors. So we have the department name and we have to find out who has more salary, and this is the salary. So select. We have to find the details of those instructors, right? So we can use star from instructors. And it is given that details of those instructors of the accounting department. So where department name equals to accounting, and the next criteria that is given is who have more salary than at least one instructor, right? So and salary is greater than, we can use the any operator here, and then we can write down at least one instructor of the psychology department, right? So select salary from instructor, and where the department name will be psychology. So department name is to psychology. Now let's run this query.
Anjana, instructor.
Yeah. Yeah. So as we can see that Moreira belongs from the accounting department, who has salary which is greater than like the salary of those instructors who belong from the psychology department. So I hope this question is clear. Is there any doubt in this question? Okay, so we'll move to the next question. Okay, so the next question is write a SQL statement to find out the manager's date of birth of the team from which Shlok plays. So sir has also discussed this previously, like a few minutes back. So we will wait for some time for all of your responses. Okay, so we have got 7 responses. Um, who have given this answer, can you unmute yourself and tell why you have used as another query? That is a mistake, right? I guess.
Yeah, I have given that query.
Why? Can I know?
Yeah. So basically, I have joined these two tables by team ID, right?
Okay.
That is managers and players,
Right.
right? And then I have found the basically the player ID from players, and I have given this team ID as T001.
Okay, but this thing was not asked in the question, right?
But it is giving the same output. If
Okay.
yeah, if you run it, it will give the same output.
Like this entire table.
Yeah.
How it will give the same
Yeah.
output? It will count the players now from the
Yeah.
team ID, and it will first query will give the date of birth of manager.
And how is this and this table joined? You haven't used any operator or anything.
I think I have posted. Okay, sorry. That last line is by default.
Yeah, that is what I was asking. That it was
Only
done.
after query.
Okay, no issue. Okay, so try it on the PGI. So we are given to find the manager's DOB. So select from let us at first with the manager's table. So we have to find out the DOB, and to find out the name of the players, we will have to head to the teams table. So select team. Players table. So here we will get the players. Okay. So team ID is the common among both the tables. So let's say select m.dob from, we'll take managers as m and players as p, where m.team ID will have to join this, both the tables, m.team ID, p.team ID, and we'll use the AND operator, and p.name equals to slope. Let's see. So this is the date of birth of the manager of that team for which the player named Shloka. So I hope this question has no doubt. Anybody any doubt in this particular question? Okay, so we'll move ahead. So our next question is, write a SQL statement to find out the match number played in the playground Emirates Stadium. So we'll wait for some time for all of you to respond.
Like this match underscore number inside the bracket.
Since the solutions are already provided to all of you, so we'd also want your approach to these questions, not just the queries from the solution document, basically. So it would be great if you'll also provide your approaches. So we've got 6 responses. This is a very long approach. Can anybody unmute, or like whoever has given this answer? Can you unmute and explain?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Earlier I used this approach, but after seeing the solutions, I have minimized this.
Okay. Okay, got it. So let's try this program. So we have to find out the match number played in the playground. So select star from. We'll have to check if there's some matches. So to check the Emirates Stadium, we'll have to go to Facebook. So now let's run the query, select. So let's run it in the easiest way. Match now, some matches, and teams T, where m dot host team ID equals to T dot team ID and T dot playground, because the playground belongs to the teams table, equals to Emirates Stadium. Now let's run the query and check. Yeah. So I hope, does anybody have any approach, any other approach, or would anybody like to volunteer any other type of query? Anything, any doubt in this particular question?
Ma'am, I have done it without a join.
Okay. Yeah,
So,
there can be a number of approaches.
Yeah, I just used a nested query where host
Okay.
ID is equal to select team ID from teams where the stadium is Emirates Stadium.
Okay, so we do not need the LIS, right?
Yes, ma'am. We don't need the join.
Okay.
I did the same thing.
Okay, so would you like to volunteer? Host team ID will be equal to?
Select
Okay. Select
team ID
team ID
from teams
in teams.
where playground equal to Emirates Stadium.
Now let's see whether we get the same result or not. So yeah. Okay. Now we are getting duplicate values, right?
Ma'am, we have
I
not
got-
removed the team.
Sorry?
Ma'am,
Select matches from matches.
ma'am, you should remove the teams.
We have to remove teams now.
Okay, sorry.
And also equal to will not work. Equal to will work.
Yes, sir, it is working. It's right.
Oh, okay. Only
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, any other approach?
Ma'am, should we have to only check for the host team ID, or we have to check for the guest team ID as well?
No, we'll have to check for the host team ID.
Why?
The stadium for the host team plays in their stadium. The guest team goes to another stadium. So
So
if a
playground
match is played at Emirates, then the host team will always be there.
Yeah, but it is not mentioned in the question that for the host team.
Hosting
Uh,
itself, you are
So
the
we
host.
don't have to assume any neutral matches.
no, in the description we have mentioned that the playground belongs to the host team.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So that's I recommend you to go to the description once.
Okay, so if no further doubts in this question, then we'll head to the next question. Okay, so the next question says find the name, player ID, date of birth, and city of all players who played for Team Rainbow. So we'll wait for your responses.
Yes. So one more thing in such type of question during the exam, the attribute which is mentioned in the question, you have to maintain the sequence in the same order. Like select name, player underscore ID, date of birth, and comma city. If you do name, then date of birth, then player ID, then city, then it will throw an error, wrong attribute set. Okay, so please maintain the sequence of the attribute which is asked in the question.
But sometimes what happened is when when we are selecting the single attribute, like if we are selecting the name of some like player name, so while writing the queries in different way, like sometimes the list contains the name in different order than the match query.
The order will not matter, don't worry. But the attribute should be same. Yes, anyone was saying something?
Yes, sir. Sir, I think in the previous question I got only 3 rows. Can you check my query where I went wrong? I'll paste it in the chat.
Okay, okay.
And me also getting 3 rows only.
Sir, all of us got 3 only.
No, ma'am got
Okay.
4 now.
Anjana, can you go back to the previous question like, on the PG admin?
Yeah, just a minute. Yeah, I got 4 rows. Oh,
Ma'am,
actually,
ma'am,
please ignore this M0017. That is, I was trying something else. I'm sorry for the issue.
Okay.
Okay, so we have 6 responses. Is this query returning the correct number of attributes? Whoever has given this query. Like we have asked for the name, player ID, DOB, and city. So it won't be returning the name, right? So please remember that. Okay, so we'll run that in the PG admin. So we are given to find out the name, player ID, date of birth, and city of all players who played for Team Rainbow. Okay. So players, right? So select P dot name, P dot player ID, P dot DOP, and finally city. City belongs to the team's table. So T dot city. From players P and team T, where P dot T90 equals to T dot T90 and T dot name will be equal to rainbow. So now let's run this query and check. So as you can see, these are the players who have played in the team named Rainbow. So any doubt in this particular question, please, as sir have mentioned previously, please remember the order of the attributes that are given. Otherwise, there might be an error. So please make sure of that thing. So, does anybody have any question in this particular?
Ma'am, there are 12 rows in the output.
Okay, that might be my mistake. If you are getting 11 rows, so that's fine. If everybody is getting 11 rows, that's fine.
Right.
Yeah.
I got
I'm
12.
getting to 12. Everybody is
getting
getting.
12.
Sorry.
Mine is also 12 rows.
Okay. So 12 is right? Everybody is getting 12.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. 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 So I hope no doubts in this question. So we'll move to the next question. So the next question is, find the name of the teams which belong to the same city as the team Amigos. So remember, you cannot add the team Amigos, but the other teams whose city is also the same as the team Amigos. So we'll wait for some time for your responses. Okay. So we have got 9 responses. Okay. Let's try it in the PG admin. So we need to find out the name of the teams which belong to the same city. So by that we mean that we have to compare the team from itself, right? So we'll have to apply self join. So what we can do is select, say, from teams T1 and team T2. Say for example, we want to get the name of that team basically which belongs to the same city as that of Amigos, right? So let us take T1 as Amigos. So where T1 dot name equals to amigos. However, we do not want amigos only, right? The team amigos only. So what we'll do is T2 dot name would not be equal to amigos, and finally the city should be the same, right? T1 dot city equals to T2 dot city. Let's see. So we are not getting anything, right? We are getting nothing. So basically that means that no other team belongs from the same city as that of amigos. So does anybody have any doubt or any other approach in this particular question?
Ma'am, we can use a nested query as well.
Okay, so would you like to volunteer? I'll let it.
Yes, ma'am. Select name
Okay,
from teams
okay,
where
okay.
name not equal to amigos and
Name not equal to operator, you mean, right?
yes, ma'am.
Operator or
No, ma'am. The angular brackets that
this
you
one?
used.
Okay,
Not equal to amigos and
okay,
select.
okay, okay. You want another query?
Yes, select city from teams where name is equal to amigos.
I think, ma'am, there should be city, not
Yeah.
Sorry?
after and, ma'am. It should be, I think, city.
Yes, ma'am. City.
Yeah. So your approach is correct. So basically we are not getting anything, right? Okay. So anybody any doubt in this question? Okay. So we'll move to the next question now. So the next question is find the name of the department in which Geeta Das is studying. So this belongs from the LIS database. So you'll have to find out basically the department name of Geeta Das. We'll wait for some time for all of your responses. Okay, so we have got 7 responses. Okay, since we are performing the natural join, is using an LIS really required? Whoever has given this answer. Okay, so let's try it on the PG admin. So we have to find out the department name in which Geeta is studying. So at first, let's check the department table. Departments. So these are the departments and we have to find out. So Geeta Das is basically a student. So student. Okay. So now what we'll have to do is select. We have to find out the department name. So department name from departments. We can perform a natural join in order to join the department table and students table. Students where the as we can see in the table that student we have student F name and student L name. So Geeta is the student F name and Das is the student L name. So where student F name equals to Geeta and student L name equals to Das. Now let's run this query. So Geeta Das is basically from the electrical engineering department. So any doubts in this question or any other approaches or anything?
Ma'am, I use subqueries, nested queries.
Okay, so would you like to volunteer?
Select department name from departments.
Just a second. Department name from departments, okay.
Where department code
Where department code
is equal to,
hmm,
and then we add in the subquery parentheses, select department code from students.
department code from students
Where student F name is equal to Geeta and student L name is equal to Das. Single quotes, yeah.
that is also fine, but as compared to this one is quite easier, right? If you simply perform a natural
Ma'am,
join.
in cost of like time and query searching, I think so. The first one
Yeah,
is
nested.
costlier because
Okay.
joining is a much costlier function.
Okay, got it. Okay,
Yeah.
anyone? Yeah. Thank you. Okay, anybody have any other approach or anything? Any doubt in this question?
Ma'am, can we use inner join instead of natural join here?
Yeah, we can use inner join instead of natural join. Okay, so inner join, we'll have to perform the on operator, right? On, and the common tables are departments dot department code equals to students of department. So let's try and run this. Okay. We can use inner join as well. So you got it, right? I'm sorry, I cannot see your name. So you got it, right? We can also perform inner join.
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay, so then we'll head to the next question. The next question is find the roll number of all male students having their department building in block 2. So this is basically block underscore 2. Okay. So this is basically a typo. Block underscore 2. So we'll wait for some time for all of you to respond. Okay, so we have got 6 responses. Good. Okay, so so would anybody want to volunteer this question? Anyone? Your approach? Okay. Okay. So we have to find out the roll number, right? So select roll number from students, and we also have to find the department building in block 2, right? So we'll perform a natural join. Natural join with departments where at first it is given that all male students. So the first condition is all male students. So gender will be equals to M, and the next condition is block 2. So that would be department building equals to block underscore underscore. So these are the students who basically have their department, or the male students who basically have their department building in block 2. So anybody? Any questions or any doubts? Anyone? Please feel free to unmute yourself and ask your doubts. Or so yeah, there can be number of approaches. Basically, you can also use nested join.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
Please go ahead.
Ma'am, like if in the exam they won't be we won't be able to use PG admin. So in the question that it's given block space 2, I was trying to write the query without using PG admin. So I wrote block space 2 and nothing was showing. After that, I pasted the query in PG admin and nothing was showing. Would that be the case in the exam? Because
No.
my logic is absolutely correct. It's just like
Okay,
Celine.
that was basically a typo from our side. Sorry for that, but that won't happen in the exam. You do not need to worry
Exam it
about
will not happen because actually we copy pasted this from the PDF that we have shared, right? So I'll copy paste
All right.
we misunderstood. That's why.
Okay, so in exam such situations won't
yeah,
happen,
no
right?
issue.
that won't happen.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, someone else was also saying something.
Ma'am, I tried using a nested query, but I got 0 rows as an output. I'm not sure what is wrong with my query.
Okay, can you please?
Ma'am, I just pasted in the chat box.
Gagan did it. Oh, Bhavya, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you have
Should be department building.
yeah, it is not department.
Okay, got it.
So if you can see that block 2, 1, 2, 3, 4 is from the
Yes,
department
now
building
it's working.
attribute, right?
I had read the wrong attribute.
Okay, so anyone else? So we'll head to the next question. So the next question is find the first name, last name, and roll number of students having their department building in block _1. Sorry for the typo, block _1. So please go ahead and give out your responses. We'll wait for some time.
Ma'am, just a question for about the exam.
Yeah.
Would the schemas be ER diagrams be given so that we can see what's the relationships, because I haven't memorized it and my memory is really bad.
Yeah, they will be shared with the question themselves.
All
Sir,
right,
am
all
I
right.
right?
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Thank you, ma'am.
The practice question you can see the schema is there, right?
All right, all right. Thank you. I was just confirming.
Yeah.
It will be there.
Thank you.
Okay, so we have got 14 responses. This is department building, as we have, as Bhavya was also having the same doubt. Not doubt, mistake basically. Department building, not name, okay? Whoever has given this question.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay, let's do it and then PG icon. So we have to find out the first name, so student, F name, student, L name, and the roll number. Right? So, roll number from students, and as the other conditions is a department building in block 1, so we'll perform a natural join. Students, natural join, departments, where department building equals to so these are the students who belong from, who have their department building in block. Anybody any doubt? Anyone? Shall we head to the next question?
Ma'am, there is no preference for the programming exam, right? I can use joins or nested queries, whichever I prefer.
Yes.
Okay.
Sir, would you like to answer that?
Yes, yes. You can use any program. But the output should be the same, right?
Yes, sir.
Should be the same output. Right? If you want to see the data of a particular table, you can also do that. Like simple select star from departments and click on test run. You can see, you can scroll down, you can see the data.
Yes, sir.
So, head to the next question. So find out the details of the members who have not issued any books. So we'll wait for some time for all of the responses. Okay, so DOI null. Okay. Okay. Let's try out this query on the PG admin. So it basically says the are from members, details of all the members, where member number is not in the book issue table. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So does anybody have any other approach by using any other keyword or anything? Anyone, please feel free.
Left outer join, I think.
Ma'am, we have to find the details of the members. So won't that mean the names and all?
Yeah. So giving
Because what I mean to ask is, in this case, does it mean we have to do an inner join with the student and faculty tables? Because members seems like a relationship table between the issue class and the students. Like there are some students who are members, some who are not members. So
no, look, the
detail
question
is-
says that we have to find out the details of the members, right?
so ma'am, won't details mean like the student's name, their department, the faculty's
No, do not go in that lane, right? Whatever is written in the question
okay, ma'am.
is, yeah.
Okay, ma'am.
So, okay, one another approach is you all might have seen in the solutions basically. We can use an not exist operator. Not exist, then select star from book issue where members dot member number equals to book issue dot number. Sorry. So then we're getting the same output. So anybody, any doubt in this question? Anyone? Shall we head to the next question? Okay. So head to the next question. So Pradeep, we'll be taking from here, right?
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Anjan. So now we will discuss about the question 21. The question is find out the name of course which have been taught in both fall semester and the spring semester. Okay. So we will wait for the 2 minutes, then we will discuss. Okay. You can write your Okay, Anjan, I think we can select the title. Select title from the course where course ID in. Okay. Anjana, can you show me the first? Who have write this question? This answer, is it correct, right? I think you are missing one parenthesis in the. You have to give this in the parenthesis. You check in the period, right? True. Who have write this? This first SQL statement, inner SQL statement, select course ID from the section where the semester equal to spring. Then that you have to write in sub parenthesis, right? And the similar thing is, otherwise I think it will throw error. Can you scroll? And here one course ID. Okay, we will check this in the PZL. Okay. Yeah. My screen is visible to everyone, right? Okay. For this query, we have to check only. Here you can see. For this query, the where we need the title, right? So where we get the title of the course, that is present in the course table, right? So we require the course table one, and the in the section tables. Section tables there is the semester is. So we required only these two tables, right? So so we need title from course, where we select the course, we require the course ID, which is common in both. So select course ID, which are in the fall semester. So that is in the section. Course ID, we select select the course ID which are taught in spring semester, right? So these are someone write this query like this. So let me check. By the time someone writes the second query, can you paste your query in the chat? It is also fine, right? Am I audible, right?
Yes, sir.
Someone have writes the second query, right? Can you paste in the chat box so we can check it out? So this is the first, this is the common approach. I think this is also easy approach. First, we select the course ID, which course ID are taught in the fall semester, and then uh, uh, the the course ID that are on spring semester. Then we finds the common course ID, and we display the titles of them.
Sir, I've written another query, but I'm getting 10 courses instead of 6.
Can you, what is your query? Can you please?
Yes, sir. Please take.
Yeah. Yeah. So first you inner join this particular attribute. So what you have done, instead of you course ID display the course ID, you directly display the this title, right? Then you just yeah, yeah, Bhavya.
Yes, sir.
Okay. See course.
Pradeep, first one, how many rows it's returning that you have
It
wrote?
will return the 6th row.
6 rows, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So on the query you have trying it now, it is giving 10 rows, right?
Yes, sir.
So in the table, there may be the courses which is offered in both the spring and fall semester. Same course ID will be there. Right. So Philip, can you try select star from courses where semester equal to spring? Then
Yeah.
select star
Yes, sir.
from courses.
Sir, distinct course IDs is giving 6 outputs. I just tried replacing dot title with dot course ID. Course ID is giving me 6 outputs.
In the question, what is that? Course ID.
The name of the courses.
Name of the courses.
Yes, sir.
Course ID giving you the 6th output, right?
Yes, sir. And the names are giving me 10.
Oh, okay. This means maybe possible there there's some common.
So some course IDs, different courses have the same course ID.
Yeah. Different course ID, maybe course ID different, but the title is the same.
Yeah, sir.
Yeah, here you can see my cursor is visible to you, right?
Yes, a great tragedy has both 5 and 6.
Yeah. That is the problem.
Sir, we can join using teaches as well. No? I tried it using teaches and course, and it was coming 6 only.
What? Can you repeat here?
But he's saying that he used the teachers table instead of section and he got
Yes.
the 6 rows as output.
So
But I solved it using the intersect one only.
Teachers tables. Let me check one. Okay. And how you apply that in teacher tables joining? Okay, course. Teachers table.
Sir, I have written my query in the chat.
Course ID from the teachers. Anyone get some different answer other than this?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I hope you get this one. What is the problem in your?
Yes, sir. But in the exam, we won't know if.
Yeah.
So, how do we? I mean, it wouldn't strike at the exam that I should try doing it by course titles because it is asking me for the names. So I would directly go for the names instead of course IDs. So that case, I would end up getting a wrong output and spend my time in circles because the editor will tell me wrong output.
Piyush sir, would you like to add something? Yeah, Bhavya, in the exam, you will not get any such ambiguity, right? So that
we'll see that. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, so the query that Chaitanya has posted, you can see the schema, right? So from the instructor table, teachers like yeah, and then the course table is taking reference from section, right?
So
yes, sir.
So the teachers table gives us the information about the course ID, like about the instructors, right? From ID it is taken from the instructor table. So here you should use section table, right? If you see the schema.
and one problem in the teachers table is the teachers only you get those semester. Suppose the fall semester, right? So you get only the course ID that are teachers by some instructor, right? So maybe there are some semester fall semester course ID are there, but that is not teachers by any any instructor, right? Maybe possible.
Got it, sir. Got it.
Yeah. Okay. So I think we can move. Yeah, Anjan. Okay. So the 22 question is write a SQL statement, find out the numbers of students who have studied in each building from 2005 till 2008 and including, so please include 2005 and 2008 also. This question is based on the university data, right? Okay. So we will wait for 2-3 minutes. You can write your Okay, Anjana, I think we can just.
So what exactly do they mean by each building? This he studied in a separate building from 2005 to 2008.
Yeah.
I'm asking what is the meaning of each building here?
Yeah, each building means in each year means
Each year
2005.
separate building.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, within that particular time, how many students studied in that building? That is the question.
Okay. I completely misunderstood the question.
Yeah, so number of students who have studied in each building from 5 to 8. So within that 4-year span of time, in each building, how many students have studied? So in each building means you have to group by building name, right?
Yeah, Anjana, I think we can discuss. The response. Select the account name and the buildings from. Okay. In a joint department on. Build. Inner joint department and the section, right? Okay, Anjana, can you scroll up? Building ID code, account ID, and the from student, inner joint text. Okay, right. This one inner joint text and the section ID, course ID, and where section dot year. Okay, we will check. Okay, Anjana, you can start. Is it visible to everyone, right?
Yes.
So what we need,
Yes, sir.
we need the numbers of students, right? Numbers of students that are from year 2005 to 2005 to 2008, right? And the here building is also there, so we will get the building. So we are using the group by buildings, and then we count the all the student name, right? Is it clear to everyone? So how we will proceed to this one? We group by buildings, and we take the here, we apply the year condition, and then we display the student numbers of student and the department, right? Just a minute.
Hello, Pradeep.
Hello, am I audible, right?
Yes, yes.
Sir, actually some system problems. So can we wait 4 5 minutes?
Okay. Yeah, your screen was frozen. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's screen got freeze.
Can you stop sharing, or you cannot move the cursor? Right? Okay.
Hand total is okay. Can we are restarting the machine?
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Hello, sir.
Hello. Yes. Yes.
Sir, in the meanwhile, using the 30 questions that you gave us, can you pick out some questions representative of hard, easy, and medium? Like, do you consider the current question a hard question? The
Yeah,
one
yeah.
which we are doing? Okay.
This one is hard question.
Okay. Okay. Then. Okay.
Yes, Anjana, you can share the screen now. Yes, anyone, yeah. You can answer question number 23. Okay, how many responses? You can see. Yes, Anjana, we can check the response. So only one. Okay, we'll wait for 2 minutes. Okay. Someone has copied the previous code only. Wait of
Okay. Hello. Am I audible, right?
Yes, you are audible.
Yeah. So in the first query, you can see the selected date of issue, right? So we require, can you show me what again question? So in here you can see in the date, you get the repetitive day. In the same dates, the one or more copies you can get. So you can show only the dates, means unique date also. So, right. I hope the first point is clear. And this is from the different tables. So I think the this learning with Python, that is the in book catalog tables, and book issue, you get the date of issue, right? Hello. Yeah.
Yes.
The first query is right. Yeah, Anjana, you can show me that. First question is right answer. This is the similar question from similar answer. We will check now. This. So only two response, right? Hello. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And then I can scroll down. I can see 5 responses.
Okay. Data book catalog. Inner join book of. Okay. Inner join. Yeah. This is also. And one thing I want to. Why I see the most of the student using this in the AND operation on joining. So you can write this thing on the where condition because you want to filter out the title, right? And this is are using for the joining purpose, right? Inner join based on this because these are the similar value, right?
Sorry, sir, didn't get you.
Yeah, most of the student write in the inner join on, you can see my cursor is visible to you, right?
Yes, sir.
A third line, you can on after BCO dot accession number and BI, yeah, Anjan. Yeah. So, and you write the BC dot title equal to learning with Python.
Yes,
So
sir.
You can write this thing in the where condition because you want to filter out that you want to filter, right?
After joining tables, you
Got
can
it.
use where clause where bc.title equals to learning with Python.
Got it, sir.
Sir,
Yeah,
so
you
you,
can,
sir,
yeah.
so you're saying we can interlay a where clause in between a join two join clauses.
No, no.
No. You
He's
can
saying
see
we can
this.
replace the and
This one.
clause with where.
Yeah. Here you can see the my cursor is visible. This query you can see. This query is here where condition is given. There is the only difference between these two query is here this student write the where and okay, I will. Okay, thank you.
Sir,
Yeah.
is it preferable to use one over the other?
Which one?
Like where versus and, is it preferred to use where over and or and over where or anything?
We not use like this is the one condition, means you can say this is the where want to apply the condition, but in the where on we generally use for the joining purpose, but you are not using bc.title equal to learning with Python. You are not want to joining based on this condition, right?
Yes, sir, got it.
Yeah.
So you're saying that we're not joining it on it, so we should use the where filter instead of using
Yeah.
condition for joining. Got it, sir. Got it. Thank you.
Yeah. Please scroll. Yeah. Look at all using. Yeah. This is. And one thing here I want to mention that where only you have write, I think you by looking at the schema, you write this thing, but it is the good practice that you should also mention the table name with it, the attribute. It's always better to use, means suppose this title is from this book catalog, right? So you have to write the book catalog dot. This is the bad good practice, right? It is also correct. Okay, so we will see this question. Yeah, we will check on PG admin. So this is the question. And catalog, right? And we apply natural join with book copies because this is the intermediate. There is only one rows. Someone is asking on the chat. Yeah, only one rows. Right. And I'm talking about here some student writing the inner join. I and okay, my screen is visible to everyone, right? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So we will see the next question. That is the 24 question. 24 question is here you can see. Right. This is the 24th question is the write a SQL statement to find the name and the salary of instructor having the maximum salary. Okay, you have to find the name and the salary of the instructor having the maximum salary within the department whose average salary is more than the maximum salary of the psychological department. So this question is based on the university data. So can anyone tell what is the approach? So hello.
Sir, we use the greater than all. We use the all clause in it.
Yeah.
Or
So
we could just use greater than max
for this
salary.
one. This one.
Yes,
right?
sir.
Yeah. So we have to find this thing only within the domain or means within this, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So first you have to write this one, right? So you have to find this thing. So okay. So for that, whatever the output of this I stored in the temporary table, right? So whatever, then what you have said, I will do that. I means find the maximum salary within that instrument, right? So that is, you all know the with is used for the creates the temporary table, right? Temporary table as this is the syntax and whatever. So we take only two output. One is the instructor name and the instructor salary, right? So after that, so whatever we return in this, we will store in the this to part this to attribute. Yeah, this to attribute, right? So we select only that department we whose average salary is greater than this psychological maximum salary, instructor maximum salary, right? That is. So if we want to apply some condition on the, so we use the having clause on the group by function, right? So,
Sir, could you repeat what is the question?
yeah, you can see here.
Salary within departments. Okay, sir, got it.
Yeah. So yeah, average salary is more than, so that's why we compare here. And the maximum salary where department's name is. So let me check the parenthesis. Okay.
Sir, is capital and capital I in N, is that not a problem?
Which one?
Where I dot department name in.
No, no, no.
Okay, okay.
That is case insensitive, right? In SQL, you can write select here, you can see select, I write here the small, you can write also the capital. Yeah. You can write these things also like this also, right?
Yes, sir, got it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
okay, one more dot. From instructor, should it be as I or I would also work?
Which one?
Line number 46.
46. Here.
Yes, yes, sir.
Yeah, you can write this also.
Okay, okay.
And also you can also write this also.
Sir, I think in depth name there is an underscore in the where clause where I depth name. Sir, where clause? Sir, line 47.
Okay, okay. Here, right?
Yes, sir.
Can anyone see any other error? I think parenthesis.
One more parenthesis required. Yeah.
One more. Sir,
Yes, sir.
for this parenthesis is here.
Yes, yes, yes. Now we can run.
Sir, at the end of the
We have not selected that.
Line 11.
No, select that query only. It's not getting executed.
Wait.
Sir, won't you have to put a select attribute for the temporary table as well?
Oh, okay.
Because you're just selecting it from the instructor table, but you're not using it for the actual temp table.
Oh, which one? This one.
Yes, sir. Select all from temp table.
Yeah, that is. So you cannot write like this. So you have to use whatever the width. So, okay.
So how many rows are there in the output?
Okay. So I have to write the final query. So whatever we get from this one, so we get the average salary of this one, and we store in the maximum, which is the greater than the maximum salary of the psychological department, that we stored in the temp tables, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
after that, we have to find the maximum salary within this, right? So you have print only the INE.
So you'll have to select all the way up to with temp table.
Yeah. Only one rows you will get, so because you select the maximum, only maximum salary, right?
Sir, could you please go take it back to where you were displaying all available instead of the maximum from temp table?
Which one?
Sir, just before this, when you were selecting all from temp table.
Yeah. So let me write.
Sir, I got this same number of rows, but I'm confused about how to proceed from there. I did not use the with clause.
Which one? You got this one, right?
Yes, sir, I got this output, but I'm confused about how to get the maximum salary from this without using the with command.
Without, if you want to using with command, then you have to write this temps value, right? Whatever get in the temp tables, then you have to use the limit, right? But in the limit also you have to, you don't know about the how many means instructor, right, have the maximum salary, right? Maybe possible there A and B to have the same salary, and that are also the maximum salary, right?
So
You can also use for the single row, you can use also the limit one. So you put in the ascending order, right? Descending order, and you select the first one. That also possible, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, but
Sir,
this
I
is
have
yeah,
I have done without with the clause the same
Aye.
query.
And you get the maximum.
Yes, sir. I am getting the answer. I have used the order by and limit one.
Yes. Which one your query? I think
I can share in the chat if you want.
Yeah. Sure.
Sir, I have shared the last one.
This one, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, this is also the correct query. But this is only satisfied for only the single row. So suppose there is also another, means suppose A is also there with the same salary, right? 124651.41, right? Maybe possible, right? Same salary. Then you cannot get with this one. So you get only one row. So that is the problem. But
Sir,
in
then
this
what-
way, yeah.
Then how we can get the if somebody is having the same salary?
Yeah, in this way you get the same salary. If there is two or more, maybe possible, right? You get with this condition, right?
Okay.
Okay.
Sir, could you please scroll up to where the with command has started? Yes, sir.
Yeah. Whenever you have to find the maximum salary of someone, right? Suppose from the instructor tables, you have to find the maximum salary of the instructor, right? So you can use this one. I think this is the.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
And I want to add something. You can also use from subclause. You can think about it. From subquery, sorry. Okay, Pradeep.
Yeah, thank you, Subin. Okay. So we move to the next question. That is 25th question. And this is the write and SQL statements. Find out the numbers of courses which have been taught in the fall semester, but but never in the spring semester, right? Okay. So by looking at the question, can someone tell what is the project? Yeah, you can think.
Use an except clause.
Yeah, except clause, right? So right.
Sir, we'll do the count where we'll do a count for section where semester is fall, except except the courses where the semester is spring. So we'll get the set difference and we can perform a count operation on the course IDs.
Can you tell once again? So
Sir,
first,
we will find the total count of course the set difference. We'll
yeah.
find the count of set difference between courses taught in fall and the courses taught in spring.
Yeah. That is the correct approach. So you mean we count and so from we inside the from, we take or select only the course ID which are taught in except something. Right. This is what you are talking about, right? And you have to rename also, otherwise it will. So suppose temple, right? Okay. Any doubt in this question?
Sir, is it necessary to rename that?
Yeah. You can check here. I think it will throw an error. Yeah.
So I want to add something. In Postgres, it is necessary to rename, but in MySQL, I think don't require. So in Postgres, you have to rename.
Okay.
Can so in that means whenever you want to use the subquery or inside the in from any right like this expression of, so you have to rename. So after we will discuss about the 26th question, that is print the name and the ID number of count of instructor who taught maximum numbers of the classes on the date. The W means Wednesday, and the num count is the numbers of classes they took on the W. So this is on. So in some based on the university data, right? So all of you open that means you have the university schema, right? So can anyone tell which are which tables are required for that? Okay, here you can see the instructor table is here, and the day is present in the time slot. So how you to approach this? So you have to join with this section table, and then section table is joining with the teachers table, and the teachers tables with the instructor, right? And then right, then you get the name of the instructor and the instructor ID and the numbers of instructor, numbers of courses that instructor teaches, right? I hope you get the idea. So then you have to group by the numbers of course teachers by the instructor, and then you find the who means which the instructor which studied the maximum numbers of courses, taught maximum numbers of courses, right? So we will see the SQL statement. So similar thing we approach with the temp. Anyone have doubt about that? The understanding the question? So we have to join all the 4 rows, 4 tables, right? So then SC section ID equal to T dot sec ID. Okay. This is for day 1, right?
So we have to use so many condition in where clause.
Yeah, you can there is, you can see I just show in the,
But I have done using natural join. I'm using only one condition in where clause. I'm getting the answer, same answer.
so for the this may be for the data set also, may be possible you get this.
Yeah, you can write multiple ways. So you can write in one code, you can write multiple ways. So you can write anyway.
Okay.
So this here you can see in the section there is the underline is given, right? In the teachers also the underlines all 4 conditions. That's why I applied all the 4 conditions, because these are the primary key, right? So joining up, right? Okay. Then we select name. We joining the instructor tables and these STEM tables, right? So we get that. instructor dot id. And we have to select the which instructor have taught the maximum numbers of course on the Wednesday.
Yeah.
So
Just a small thing. Is it IITD or IIT?
oh, okay. This is the IID, this one, right? Okay, this is the small type. Hello. I think you got this one, right? This is the main idea behind this. You have to find the instructor who taught the maximum numbers of courses on the Wednesday. So these two instructors are there. So now we see my screen is visible to everyone.
Yes, sir.
This is the 27th question. That is the next question. Find the name of the fourth referee and the match number and all the matches played on this date. Right. Okay. Hello. Hello. Am I audible, right?
Yes, you
Yeah. So for that, we required the three tables, right? So one is for this referee one and the match referee, and the third one is where the matches is, right? So I write the query directly. Who's the referee? Inner join matches. Match rate. Yeah. So this is the answer. After that, we will discuss about the next question, that is the 28th question. So the question is, write a SQL statement, find out the name of the research scholars who have not issued any book. So first we find out the research scholar numbers of the research scholars. Then we minus the from the research scholar, we just minus the member numbers who have issued some book, right? So and we display the name of the student, right? So this is the query for that.
Just Pradeep, can you check the members table? I think our research scholar is not there. Is it there?
Which one?
Members table. Members tab research scholar is there in the table. Just check members table.
Oh,
Let's start
okay.
from members. Yeah. UG member type RS is there in the table. UG, PG, and FC is there, right?
Right.
Yeah, no record is there. Yeah. So instead of research scholar, we can use UG, PG, or anything, right?
Yeah. Use it, right? So I write the query for that. Okay. Student first name. Student. Right. From member. Where member number in first we select the member number from members table. Member type equal to UZ, right? Select member numbers who are issued some book, right? Okay. There is the 42 rows, right? Okay. You can check it out. Okay. Any doubt? If you are not getting this particular one, you can post it in the Discord, right? So.
And why is he saying member type is UG, right? Research scholar will be PG, right?
No, RS is there. Previously it was the RS, but I have changed the RS to
UG, okay.
UZ. Yeah.
Okay.
Because on the RS there is no member type. It's written the
Research
null
scholars RS is not there in the members type.
Yeah. So you cannot.
Just for example, purpose you have taken this UG.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can change to PG also. No issue.
Yeah. So. Right. So this is the 29th question. Write a SQL statement, find the name of the oldest player from the team All-Star. So for that we required only two tables. So that is the players tables and the teams tables, right? So let me write the query. So here you have to, one thing you have to remember, the minimum date of birth will return the oldest one. So suppose 1995, that is the minimum, and 2003 is the maximum, right? I hope you get this point. So yeah, it will help you to write this type. So that is the player's name. From players, where player date of birth is right equal to, we select the maximum salary, maximum date of birth of minimum, that is the oldest one is the minimum and the youngest one is the maximum, right? Okay. So I think players. Players dot team ID equal to teams dot and team name equal to All-Star, right? So Stephen is the oldest player from the team name All-Star, right? Any doubt, any question in this question? So this is the last question. So this is the write a SQL statement to find out the unique book titles which is issued to PG student but not to the UC student. So how to approach this question? So first we find out the book issued by this PG student, right? And also finds the yeah. Someone. Hello.
So PG minus UG will give the answer, right?
UG minus PG, then you have to find the title of this book. So for that, I think you have to write, you have required the member table, right? Member tables also. Member tables, this one is present. Member type is present in some member tables, right? And the title is present in the book catalog, right? So you have to join all this and you have to minus this one. Use minus this, right? So for that you require the 4 tables. So let me write the query. So title is the present in the book catalog table, right? So we find the ISBN numbers of the book which is issued by PG student, right? Well, select member number of the uses. Okay. Hello. question number 28, Ajit Kumar. Yeah, for question number 28, I am getting the 26 rows. You see, but members is and member is not. Yeah, Ajit Kumar, you can use the except clause because. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you can use the except because in the except we are apply the set difference. So
Okay.
Yeah, so in this question also, if we join all the 4 tables and apply the condition, then accept, then same thing, but instead of PG UG, then we'll get the same answer, right?
yeah.
That we can also do. Yeah, by looking at the schema, we can say that.
Yeah.
Yes, any doubt, any question in this?
So I joined a bit late, so I just want to check. The OPPE would have questions similar to the last few questions.
Yeah, last few question you can see that it is medium to difficult level. There
Yes.
are total 7 questions. 3 will be easy, 3 medium, and 1 difficult.
Okay, so the last are more on the difficult side, right?
Yeah, difficult, medium difficult.
Okay. Even also includes the Python, 1 Python question, or 7 SQL and 1 Python.
Yeah, 7 SQL question, 1 Python question. Total 8 questions are there. Actually, we have sent announcement regarding that also, and on the discourse you can see we have released 2 questions for like editor testing. You can check that also. Yes, Nahid, for which question we are getting to result? For question 30. I am also getting only one row.
Can you paste the query in the chat box who are getting 2 result?
Hello. Yeah, Snail. Yeah, I think Snail. The question is this. Solution is this. So you minus here you can see you minus the member number from the member numbers of the PG spread, right? So what is the question? That is the unique book title that is issued by the PG student, issued to PG student, or but not to the UG student, right?
Yeah. Either you
So
can, yeah. Yes, please.
so yeah, Piyush, sorry.
So either you can use title or ISBN number, right? If you're using member number, then that will not be correct, right?
The member number will be always be 0, right? Because there will not be a student who's in PG and UG.
Yeah.
Yes. So it will be only members number of PG only if we accept you say
So
this
in this
query is
question,
not correct.
yeah.
Yes, Pradeep.
In this question, we first find out the which book are the issued by the PG student, right? In this way, we got the ISBN numbers of the that book, right? That is issued by the PG student, and the book which are issued by the UG student, we minus from. So, but you are minusing from the member number from PG. Yeah, I think that is. I hope it is clear to you, Snape.
Yeah. Okay. So this was the last question.
Yeah.
So yes, Sir Srinivasan, the good way to familiarize with the table schema will be like in the question itself, we are going to provide the schema of a database. So yes, you can see the description, you can practice few questions and it will be good. Yeah. Database schema will be there in the question. Okay, so any doubt, any question in SQL or in regarding OP, anything? So we started with near about 80 people. Now just 22 people are there. Okay, that's good. Okay, so any doubt, any question? The database schema will also try to provide zoom option. But the width of the image is sufficient, like for that question. Like you can see the practice question, like database name is table name is clearly visible.
Sir, but in some question there are very blurred image. Like one question you put in previous OP1 for block 2 like question, there is a image very not clearly visible.
OP1 LIS database.
Yes, sir.
FLIL is clearly visible. LIS is also visible. No? Yeah, because that database is having the more tables, but I can see like it's visible. Like you can
Excuse,
clearly
sir.
see the database name and sorry, yes, anyway. So this
So how do we get the details of all the table in the current database?
You want to see the record of the particular table.
Name of all the tables that is there in a particular database.
We are going to provide a schema. No? You can see that schema. See, I am sharing my screen. Have you gone through these two questions? SQL OP practice question 1, SQL OP practice question 2. Here you can see the table. This will be the question. This one. Yeah, so is it visible? Yeah. So please go through these two questions. Okay. Inside the SQL query practice assignment, there are two questions. OP practice question 1, OP practice question 2. The question will be like this. Like the first tell you the instruction. You don't have to use semicolon at the query. There will be the problem statement and respect to that particular database step, there is the schema, right? You can see the schema. And here you have to select the zip file. Then you have to type the query and do the test run. Once you get satisfied, you can click on the submit.
Sir, while doing test run, we don't have to put the final semicolon, right?
No, semicolon you don't have to put. Yeah. Here you can select star from players. So if I do the test run, I will get the details of players table. You can scroll down here. Yeah, not in a good way, but still, if you want to see, you can see the data. But better way is to see the question, formulate the SQL query, and do the test run. Okay. If your query is correct, it gives you 100 by 100, and at the bottom you can see collect selected query. That's it. Okay. Okay, that's it.
I had asked one question in the chat.
Okay.
I get confused between when to use inner join and when to use natural join.
Yeah, so natural join you can use only when there are some common attribute between the table and having the same name also.
Okay, so for the fourth referee thing, since there are no common things, we used inner join.
For which?
The question about getting the fourth referee of.
Fourth referee. Just 1 minute, I'm sharing my screen. I will share the schema only. Yes, is it visible? Yeah. So here, if you want to perform, if you want to join this two table, then you have to use inner join, like match referee, inner join referees. Then if you want to see the details of fourth referee, then on fourth referee, sorry, match underscore referee dot fourth referee equals to referee dot referee underscore ID. Here, if you want to join this two table, teams and manager, you cannot perform natural join because natural join will be performed based on the common attribute name. So here team ID and name are the common attribute, but the name of a manager and the name of a team will be different. So it will give you the null set. So in this case, you can only use the inner join, not the natural join. Like teams, inner join, managers on teams dot team underscore ID equals to managers dot team underscore ID. If you perform the natural join here, you will get the empty set because the name is not the common, right, in both the tables.
Okay,
Same
but the team ID is common, right?
A team ID is common, but the natural join, what it will do, it will first take the intersection of the attribute. So name and the team ID is common, right? In both the
okay,
tables.
automatically it takes the.
Yeah, automatically it takes. Yeah.
That's okay. Now I think so. That way, even though the name